Hi, um, my name is Marianne. I'm known as Mare, and I want to thank you for your listening to this. I want to thank you and I want to apologize because I am very not um, good at videotaping, and I am relatively new, even though I've had a YouTube channel for a while. I have been active in the lives, and I want to say thank you to all of the people who have helped get me past this past year. So I just wanted to show a few of my crocheted items and knitted items just to show you. I don't often show my items. I don't know why. I just, they make me happy. And I do a lot of charity crocheting and charity knitting and knitting for gifts, and I have done so pretty much my entire life. So I thought I'd show some of the items I have made. I also want to express sincere thanks and gratitude to my family, my many friends, my coworkers, to my yarny friends. And I don't want to get too upset or emotional about this, so it's sort of hard. Anyway, but let me first show you. So this is a baby gift that I am long overdue to send out, okay? But I know that a couple of people had wanted to see. I did a big blanket, and my blanket is I usually might make my blanket somewhere between 30 and 40 wide. Oh, and we're getting cat photo bombed. This is Serena. Um, I don't know if she's gonna come into view, but yep, she is right here next to the camera, and trying to bonk the camera. Okay, there is my Serena, which is not going to go over because I just really washed this baby blanket in Tide before I wanted to send it out, so I will have to let them know. I generally make a toy owl or a lovey when I send out a baby gift, and this is an owl that I made. It's of and she's bonking my camera. Okay. Um, I have 4 cats. I have Serena is very much a little love. She's all gray. I don't know if you can see that. She's not posing for the camera. Let's see if you can look. Can you look up for the camera, baby? Nope, she's trying to knock the camera over. Anyway, um, yes, you got a little sniffle there. Okay. So I am destined to get photobomb, given that I have 4 babies. Okay. And they're not such babies anymore. I have 2 sets of siblings. I have 2 older cats, which are probably about 7, and my 2 younger cats are about 6, and they're 2 sets of siblings, which were rescues, all rescues. And I bottle fed all of them, and they were, oh yeah, don't bonk the camera, please. Don't bonk the camera. Here, if you want to be on film, sit. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't bonk the camera. Sorry about the shanking, okay? She really doesn't understand. As far as she's concerned, it's something that's taking me from petting and loving her up. Yeah, last time Hetty photobombed my trying to film, and I thought maybe getting a tripod would help. Anyway, so here is an owl lovey that I made to go with a blanket. I used Red Heart Ombre. My blanket, which is underneath here, I use the Leaping Stripes pattern from Tamara Kelly from Mowgli.com. And I love that pattern. It's a pattern which is very easy. Double crochets, chains, okay? And it doesn't have any holes. The yarn that I used was Red Heart Ombre in the, I never remember the name, but the gray ombre, and also surf, the blue ombre. And it's the same colors that I also used in the owl lovey that I have right down here. Okay, the blanket right now is approximately, and I thought I'd get a better shot of it, but it's kind of hard to move it around with a cat in the middle of it. Okay, yep, and a cat who is destined to want to get a lot of attention. um the blanket is 30, I think it's 36 by 40, 42. I usually make mine somewhere between 36 and 40 width-wise, and anywhere between, depending on the width, but usually 42 to possibly 50 lengthwise. And the variance in the length and the width generally depend upon what accessories oh, there she goes, what accessories I make to go with it, and also what toys. Okay, so I will tend to start on the blanket, get a little bit bored with the blanket, and then make some matching accessories, and then go back and finish the blanket and use up basically the yarn that I purchased. I think actually for this blanket and the toy, since the Leaping Stripes pattern doesn't have any holes in it, I think I used 3 of each, meaning 3 of the surf and 3 of the what do you call it, surf, and 3 of the gray ombre. And if she would move, I would show you the lovely way that the colors transitioned, okay, and complement each other very well. Here, let me see if I can pull up an edge so you can see. I like to use a border of the crab stitch, okay, which I'm just pulling up an edge so that you can see over a cat, which isn't really making my cat happy, but a nice clean edge. I drop the hook down a size or 2 when I make the edge, okay, and that way I don't have any of the ruffling, which sometimes happens. Okay, so let me see if I can distract her, and that just does not seem to be happening. She is, yeah, and she's talking. She's very happy here. The other items I wanted to show you, and I do have a bunch, okay? So I'm going to put the owl lovey away. And oh, yep, there we have, you're getting to see firsthand of Serena's posterior, okay? Yeah. Okay, so let me toss the owl aside. The owl is, I brought measuring tape to measure, and kind of hard to do that with a cat who wants to be right in my face. So the owl, it's probably about 9 inches tall, okay? And I love the little ear things, or the ear puffs. It reminds me of COVID hair, okay? I have another set that I also did. So I'm going to show you a bunch of hats that I made, okay? So I made these for somebody I work with. Their daughter has a group of families that they hang out with and let the kids play with, okay? And they are insular, so that they've protected themselves. And I made, there's a group of 3 boys and 3 girls, and they are ages from, I think, 5 to 10 or 11. So these are all just basically double-sided knitted hats, which are very stretchy, okay? I made them a little slouchy, so, and I attached, in the boys' ones, I attached, let's see if I can get it to focus, some Pokemon charms, okay? And the girls' one have the LOL charms on them. And they're double-sided, that they can, the boys are reversible, okay? As you can see, but the girls aren't because I attached a pom-pom onto them. And on kids, when it's an adult and it's a fur pom-pom, I make, I use the button and I make them removable, but for the kids, they lose everything. I kind of like to leave them attached. So the charm comes off so it can be easily washed. It's so it gets tucked in between the threads and it can easily be pulled out, okay? But when they wear it, since the yarn stretches or whatever, it seems pretty secure to me. So hopefully that'll work out. So there's the first boy one that I used, and this is with a red heart, okay? Here is the second boy one that I made, and this is with the same gray ombre, okay, that matches the blanket. Even though the blanket and the hats are for two separate people. And in the inside, I used a sort of coordinating blue, so you can switch sides, and it's got a Pokemon charm on it. There's one more boy hat. The other boy hat is another red heart that I used, red heart yarn. The white on them is a Nicole Classic, okay, from my beloved AC Moore. There's the charm that I used, okay, and reversible, so they're double-sided, and they're knits. And pretty much, when you're not sure about sizes of things, I'm not primarily a knitter. I prefer to crochet, but when sizing is a possibility and you're not knitting has much more give or positive ease than crochet does, in my opinion. So I tend to go with something knitted because basically if their head is bigger, okay, then the width gets, they're not as, they're not as stretchy and they're more fitted and less slouchy, but they still fit really well. If their head is smaller, okay, then they're a little bit more slouchy, okay, and they still fit really well. And if they don't like them too slouchy, they can flip sides, they can adjust the band because the band is not sewn in place, okay? And I do it so if they want the band longer on one side, they can wear it that way, or if they want it shorter, they can flip it to the other side, okay? So to me, it sort of gives you the most options when you're looking for sizing, okay, or you're not sure of sizing. So here is one of the girl ones that I made. For the girls, I pretty much use mostly Simply Soft, okay? And for the pom-pom, so my pom-poms are a little creative, okay? For my pom-poms, I used a fur yarn. I don't remember the name of it, but it's a Hobby Lobby fur yarn. And I basically crocheted a ball, okay? I stuffed the ball with a little bit of fiberfill, okay? And I sewed the ball on. So the girl ones are not. But to me, it makes it more adorable. It looks like a fur pom-pom to me, okay? I don't like making them with the yarn ones. I've never was really good with them. But so that's the one I did. I did this one in purple, okay? I have one in a salmon-y color with a little different LOL doll on it. Same pom-pom, same basic size, and yep, inside here. Yep, and then I did one in pink. And I figure pink, orange, and purple are decent girl colors, okay? Same kind of pom-pom on them. Same knitted. Yep, and the knitted hats, basically, whether or not you knit them you use a loom knitter, you use circular needles to knit them on, or you use, I know a ton of people are using those Addy machines, okay, to knit hats, okay? There's lots of different ways that you can knit the hats, and it's just whatever you prefer, whatever is easier for you. And this is just basic knitting, okay? And the great thing about it is when you knit a tube, whether or not you knit it with a loom knitter or you knit it with a machine, or you hand knit on circular needles, you can basically cinch the top, okay? and not have to deal with DPNs. So, and you can put your pom-pom or whatever. And as you can see, the top of the hats actually cinch up pretty nice. And the pom-pom, yarn is all sort of machine washable. The only thing I'm suggesting is that they remove the charms before they wash them. And if they don't like the charm that I put on the hats, they can take them off. They can put them on something else, or they can just basically move them around wherever they want to move them, okay, if they prefer them on the pink versus on the white. So that's all I have for you today. And again, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank each and every one of you who have chatted with me in the live, who've called me or have called when I couldn't sleep or I was just going through a particularly tough time. For all of you who, a number of you sent me lovely cards and notes, and a couple of you sent me some happy mail, which really means the world to me because I have had really a lot of difficulty finding my happy. So this year I'm going to try to focus more on that, trying to basically stop feeling so broken and try to force myself to engage more and get on with my life, and try to get past this. It's just been really hard when you lose someone and then you have to deal with the whole COVID situation, and there've been just all kinds of emergencies this year, and I know that's been the case with so many people. 2019 and 2020 have been really, really rough years for so many of us. So thank you. That's what I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for all of you and for all of those pleasantries or comments. And yeah, I'm just grateful for all of you. And if you've made it through this very hodgepodge, okay, video, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for still subscribing and not dropping me. Hopefully I will make some more and show you some of the shopping bags of items that I have made, and then I will mail these out. So hopefully they will make some unexpected kids happy, and feel like I try to make them a little matchy by using the right band, the white bands on them, to make them feel sort of part of a team or a crew or a group, because they've been hanging out. I don't know the kids. I've not met one of them. They are a colleague's daughter, and she hangs out with them, but I just felt the urge. Anyway, thank you so much. Have a great day. Hopefully 2021 will be so much better. And hopefully I'll have the nerve to post a little bit more. My baby decided to leave me, so I'm just going to pull up a little bit of the blanket so you can see the color gradually changing in this blanket. The ombre works up really well. It's a nice warm blanket, and hopefully I will get that out and they will be happy with it. And maybe my skills will improve if I do a few more of these videos. Take care. And I could use encouragement. So comments are more than welcome. I have become firmly attached to many of my YouTube yarny friends. So I hope you feel the same way. Have a great day. Bye.